Hi, I'm Michael Perry from Sims Investment, and for today's Teaching Tuesday topic, we are going to talk about emergency funds. The few things that we're going to cover today are what is an emergency fund, why are emergency funds so important, and a few guidelines about how much money to keep in your emergency fund. So first off, what is an emergency fund? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a place that you're going to store some of your money for unexpected expenses. So say you have a house repair, a car expense, maybe an unexpected medical expense that comes up, and you need access to some of these funds. Well, one of the reasons why an emergency fund is so important is it's going to prevent you from selling some of your longer term focused assets to pay for some of these curveballs that life might throw at you. So let's imagine you have a $5,000 home repair that comes up unexpectedly and you need access to some additional money. If you did not have an emergency fund, you might be forced to sell some of your longer term focused investments in a down market to pay for this expense. And if you're pulling some of these funds from, say, a retirement account, there's also going to be some penalties that might be involved if you're under a certain age. So there could be some additional penalties in addition to selling some of these longer term focused assets that are within a retirement account or within another account. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important to have an emergency fund set aside for some of these unexpected expenses. Now, to give you some guidelines for how much money to keep within your emergency fund, typically you'll hear 3 to 6 months or so of expenses. So say your monthly bills run around $4,000 a month. That might look like keeping $12,000 to $24,000 within your emergency fund. And the best place to keep some of these emergency funds, a high yield savings account can be a great way to kind of segment that portion of your investments. Maybe a money market fund within your brokerage account. The really important piece of that is you just want to have these funds be very liquid, so easily accessible to you, that you can use for a pinch when you're in a pinch. So just to recap, an emergency fund is a place that you're going to segment some of your assets for life's unexpected events. It's important to have 3 to 6 months of savings in an emergency fund, and the best place to store those funds are either within a high yield savings account or a money market fund within your brokerage. Hope that you found today's Teaching Tuesday video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.